Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Vlonica night 7? 8? In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all my 2022 favorites. I totally forgot I did this, but mid-year I actually filmed my mid-year favorites, and some of those products ended up in my overall 2022 favorites, but some of them didn't. Just because when I was looking over my collection and gathering products for this video, the products that didn't make it into my overall favorites just weren't standing out. Like, they're not bad products and I still use them, but I just didn't really feel like I wanted to categorize them as an overall favorite. And with that being said, I really don't have that many products. I feel like the reasoning for that is because last year, 2021, I had a lot of favorites, and so many of those favorites, I just watched that video back, so many of those favorites I've continued to use nearly every single day in 2022. But the products I'm going to be sharing with you all today, there's no repeats from last year. These are just kind of like my new favorites from this year, and I'm really curious to see what my favorites look like in 2023 because I am going on a low buy / no buy. Let's go ahead and get started into today's video though. I'm going to go ahead and start with base products. I really entered my SPF era. The first two SPFs I'm going to share did make it into my mid-year favorites, and looking back, these were true favorites of mine. So I have the Coola Do Good Illuminating Serum Probiotic Sunscreen SPF 30. I really loved this SPF. I just used it in my I'm Cold makeup video. I think that this SPF really brightens up my skin overall and gives a really beautiful glow. I don't really wear this one too much over the summer because my skin has a little bit more of a tan, but especially in the winter, this is just gorgeous. This is the Say Sun Visor Broad Spectrum SPF 35. This is gorgeous on the skin. This is a product I would wear just on its own, maybe throw on a blush, but like do my brows, maybe mascara, and then that's it. This also just gives like the most gorgeous glow. It's a little bit closer to my skin tone, which is why I also like this product. But if I did want like a more brightening SPF, this one from Coola is really good. This is the Milani SPF BFF SPF 30 primer. This one goes on completely clear. I love how it feels on the skin because it feels truly like a lightweight moisturizer. It's so nice, and it just works really nicely underneath of makeup. I really like it. I highly recommend it, and I love that it's from the drugstore, so it's very affordable compared to the other two. The other two are a little bit more expensive. I only have 3 complexion products to share. The first one is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I had tried this foundation in the past, and I really liked it, but I think Catrice recently reformulated it a little bit. They sent me 3 of the shades to try, and this one is in 35 Natural Beige. I'm wearing it today. This is completely my go-to full coverage foundation. I think it's a little bit more buildable, so you can kind of sheer it out pretty easily, like if you just wanted to do a little bit of dots and blended it out, or if you wanted to really build it up to get that max coverage, you totally can. This is just so lightweight. It is seriously like one of the most lightweight full coverage foundations, and it is extremely long wearing. Like, I don't think I have a full coverage foundation that is this lightweight and this long wearing in my collection, and it is way more affordable than other foundations. Now, I still totally wear other foundations, but none of those were really new to me. So yeah, basically Catrice HD Liquid Foundation is in the roundup for like favorite products of all time. I believe this made it into my mid-year favorites, but this is the Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Tinted Sunscreen. I'm also going to be putting this in my Project Pan. I 100% have the intentions of this being like a repurchased product of mine. I love the coverage, I love the finish, I love the way that it looks on the skin, I love that it has SPF. I think that this is just such a phenomenal tinted sunscreen product. Because of my low buy / no buy that I'm doing next year, I have kind of been thinking about like what my collection is going to look like after next year, because I really would like to start kind of creating more of like a capsule collection for my makeup. And this 1000% will be a part of that collection. This tinted sunscreen, I just think it kind of does it all. I think Tower 28 puts out some really quality products, and I just really love this kind of like tinted moisturizer, tinted sunscreen kind of product. It's just so, so good. I love it. And then this is also not a new formula to me, but the Kosas Revealer Concealer really like was top of the line of concealers for me, and this is definitely going in my project pan as well because I am almost through with it, and I'm pretty sure I bought this earlier this year. I cannot believe I went through a concealer like that, but I just wore this one all the freaking time. This is the Revealer Concealer in shade 4.5, and I think it's just like a perfect match for me. I really like it, and even though I have other concealers I'd like to use up, I don't want to put myself through not having this one available. So I'm definitely going to allow myself to pick one up. Another Kosas product that made it into my 2022 favorites is the Kosas Cloud Set. I actually went a really long time without liking this product. I don't know, I just remember not really liking the finish of it, feeling like it was a little heavy on the skin maybe. Just something about it I wasn't really liking, but then I was just hearing so many people say that it was their favorite powder, and I ended up giving it another go. And I think that this is truly like one of my favorite powders of all time. I think that it makes the skin look so smooth without looking dry or really flat. And it's just one of those powders that I reach for all the time. I find myself liking pressed powders better than loose powders these days. I feel like the past couple of years I felt that way, just because a loose powder is so messy and a pressed powder in a compact is just the easiest way to do it. So yeah, my Kosas Cloud Set, definitely a favorite of 2022. Yeah, I really don't have that many products in front of me, and it's truly because so many of my 2021 favorites are still my favorites to this day. I feel like I could probably make a separate video about that and talk about some of those repeat products that are like truly my favorite. But the two bronzers I have to share that were new to me this year, one being my Mob Beauty bronzer, which I hit pan on. This bronzer I seriously love. This was their new formula cream bronzer in M77. I wore the heck out of this bronzer. It was so beautiful to apply. I loved the color of it. And yeah, I just wore it a ton. The other bronzer was my Persona Multi-Stick bronzer in Dune. This is also just a great color. I really loved the formula of this being like a stick bronzer, and it blended out so nicely, and the wear of it was good. Everything about these two bronzers, just loved them, and I can absolutely see them continuing to be favorites of mine into next year. And yeah, same with blushes. So many of my blush favorites were also my favorites last year. I feel like I didn't discover a ton of new products this year. I really didn't try as many products as I have in years past, but like next year is going to be so many less products. The two formulas I have to share with you all though, the Persona Multi-Stick blushes in Kiss and Jam. These were absolutely favorites of mine. I really liked the Kiss one. I felt like this was a really unique shade in my collection. It's very bright, it's buildable, but you could also sheer it out. And I don't have like a true red blush, so this was really nice. And I love the formula of these. They also have the two other shades, Teddy and Bubble. They're cute. They're cute. I think it's more the shades though. Like Teddy does look like it would be a favorite shade of mine, but it's almost a little bit too brown for it to be like a blush shade that I really gravitate towards. And then Bubble is just like a really pale baby pink that does show up on my skin, so that is great to know. It does show up on my skin, but it is just not a blush that I really lean toward. The other one is Jam. This is a newer one. I think that this was like their fall shade, but oh my god, Jam is so good. Jam is my jam. This looks great on the lips as well. I just love a purpley blush. And this is a very new product, but it couldn't have not been in my 2022 favorites because I truly think that this is one of my favorite blushes of all time. This is the Euphoria BYO blush in But Tonight. They recently released 3 new actual shades of this blush formula. Before they had one of those like pH changing blushes, but they actually released 3 shades of the blush formula, and But Tonight is so good. It is like my perfect ideal cheek color. and I can wear it on days where I'm literally not wearing anything else, or I can wear it on like light makeup days, a full face makeup day. It's just gorgeous. I love it on the lips as well, and it's also a cute color to wear on the eyes as well. It's so long wearing and it just looks so good on the cheeks. It doesn't accentuate any texture or anything, but it brings such a gorgeous, healthy glow to the skin, while also kind of blurring the skin area. It's crazy, but it's so good. I freaking love this blush. I have one eyeshadow palette. I did not have any eyeshadow palettes last year, but I had a lot of single shadows that I still use all the time, like my Bodyography ones, my Kaja Beauty Bento ones. This is the Pacifica Mineral Eyeshadow Palette. They're pink nudes mineral eyeshadows. I just love this palette. It's an all matte palette, which I get a ton of use out of. I love the mix of kind of cool tones, neutrals, and a couple of warm tones in this palette. I think it's really versatile and I just get so much use out of it. I love the formula. It's a little powdery, but that does not bother me at all because when you apply it, it's very soft and blendable, and they're pigmented but also buildable. It's just such a good eyeshadow formula, and I love this palette. I highly recommend it. My number one mascara favorite this year was the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. The way that this makes my lashes look, it kind of makes me think that my lashes have never looked this good before in my whole life. This is just a phenomenal mascara, and I love that it was made with like sensitive eyes in mind, because with other mascara formulas, sometimes at the end of the day, my eyes can be killing me, but the Make Waves mascara really does not bother me, and the wear of it is really good. It is a little difficult to take off at the end of the night. Like, I do need to rub a little bit more than with other formulas. A formula that I really don't need to do that much with is the Rare Beauty Universal mascara. I forget the name of it. Yeah, this mascara honestly has made me stop using like any other mascara. I kind of need to go through my mascaras and get rid of some, because there are just a lot of them that at this point, I'm not going to bother putting on my eyes again. One, a lot of them are really old, but two, this one is just so good. And I think it is sold out. I need to keep that in mind. I actually think that this might make it on my list of items that I will allow myself to repurchase in 2023. Last is going to be lip products. I'm just going to get a like brand new one out of the way. This is the Rhode Peptide Lip Treatment. I was not planning on getting anything from Rhode, but my friend Courtney had placed an order. She lives in New Zealand. She sends her Black Friday purchases to me because a lot of the products she can't get in New Zealand. So I will then ship those products to her, but she did include a little peptide lip treatment for me in one of the packages. She got the birthday duo for herself. This is the Vanilla Cake scent. It's so good. It's so good. I wish I was lying. It's so good. It's new to me. I just wanted to mention it because I have been really loving it. It's in my bag and I use it all the time. It's like the perfect lip treatment, thick gloss, and the smell is so good. Oh, the smell is just so good. I love it. I want to apply it right now. And then my other bag gloss that just stays in my bag constantly and I'm constantly reapplying it, it's the Milani Fruit Fetish Raspberry Peach Lip Oil. And yeah, I love this product. I am constantly reapplying it. And then I have two more lip glosses. For some reason, these did not make it into my 2021 favorites, even though I discovered them last year. But my In Beauty Project Lip Oil Glazes in number 1 and number 2. I just love these. It's a very similar thing to the Milani lip oils, and I thought I didn't like lip oils. It definitely depends. These are more glossy to me than like other lip oils are, but they're so comfortable. What really gets me on these is the smell. They smell so good. I wish there was like a body cream or something that smelled like that. Oh my god, it smells so, so good. And then I love this huge applicator. It's always so satisfying to apply. And yeah, these are just great. I love these. And then the last product I have is just a new lipstick from Rare Beauty. I liked this shade, the shade Fun. I'll apply a little bit right now. I mean, I wasn't really wearing too much lipstick, but whenever I did wear lipstick, this is the one that I was grabbing. But those were my 2022 favorites. I really did not have that many like new favorites in my collection. Like I've been saying throughout this video, so many of my 2021 favorites were still my favorites this year. And I think that's why I'm finally ready to be like, no more makeup. Like, I do not need any more in my collection. I just really want to enjoy what I have, and then eventually, hopefully in 2024, I can start building my real like capsule collection and just finally enjoy makeup again, rather than feeling the need to collect and accumulate. That is going to be it for me today though. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I will see you next time.